The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Austin complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Back deep is Charlie Jones.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 71 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. It's Tate. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Jones has it. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now it's Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Burrow on play action. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
T. Higgins.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate, and shedding through the tackle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Burrow will throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Burrow
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, playing at optimum level.
And not much. 23.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And still fighting. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Wilson.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
On the give, it's Warren. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Got his man. It's caught. for a Steelers touchdown.
Jalen Warren.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Caught by Jones. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. Complete to Jones. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Tate. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Caught right side. Tate. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A handoff for Warren.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Now Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing again here, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's complete to Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now it's Burrow. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. It's Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds right around the 20. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Here's one deep for Pickens.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. Bo Nix with a touchdown throw to Cortland Sutton. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run in the victory. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Jones breaking from the contact.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He completes it to Jones. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, empty.
Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they double him up here our score 20-10.
They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Illegal blocking the offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
11 MT, 12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
Burrow on play action. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field.
Now it's Wilson.
And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
In motion left is Wilson.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Looking deep here for Chase.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Play action. It's Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front,
the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. To throw is Wilson.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
Shoves him aside, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now it's Burrow. Shoves him aside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Burrow looking to pass.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Now Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, 42 yards.
And the Bengals will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now out come the Steelers.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Got his man. It's Warren.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10.
Now Wilson.
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Boswell's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
11 mighty, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
And this returnable for Hines.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here's Wilson.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Wilson to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. That's caught by Wilson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That was the big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this This 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Cincinnati, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.